Jurassic Parker.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and non-binary, I am the one, the only one, him, I am him, this guy over here. I am Dom, aka Jurassic Parker. This is the BearatNight podcast, and we are coming with the Money in the Bank 2024 recap. I got here the one and only Chico, and then the man, the myth, the legend himself, Geek Squire himself. What is you doing? What is you doing? Okay,
I tried to do Brian, and I popped my elbow.
Chochi. So we got Chochi. You know, it's a right. You ain't do nothing.
I know, but that pop, like I feel it in my fingertips.
So we got Chico and Chochi to the show. Thank y'all for joining me. We've been waiting for this.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, couldn't have any other way. So yes, Money in the Bank. Yeet in the bank. Yeet in the bank. I just like to say before I was trying my best today, y'all. So I was on a mission because for some reason I had in my head I want the Money in the Bank briefcase. And where can I find one? And I wanted just for this review, and then I don't know what to do afterwards. But I was like, oh, maybe if I can find the toy ones. Can't find none of them. Can't find none on East. None. But
this pay-per-view sold out. Like they had I think they had set up like even a shop somewhere in Toronto, and that all the
I was able to find the Money in the Bank briefcase on OfferUp in Meriden, Connecticut, which is like 25 minutes away from where I live.
How much they want for it?
$50. They just didn't have the key. Has a little minor wear and tear. I'm like, I can do that. That's fine. Give me $40. I can pick it up. I'll do it for $40. I'll come pick it up. Easy. Right in time for the show. I've been waiting the whole day, waiting to see this person gonna write back. And I bet they're gonna write back to me tomorrow. Like, yeah, we can come do it. Like, no. Too late now.
Yeah, time passed.
It's over with. I mean, I still might just go get it because it's pretty dope, you know. Why not? Take it to an event. Why not? But yeah, that was my little side mission today. And other than that, you know, this is officially not official, sponsored by Ocean Spray.
Got the cran apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
I decided I was going to drink this during the review. Maybe I get a sponsorship. I don't know.
So but, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you right now. Like I said, it's like 89, 90 degrees with like 90% humidity
Disgusting.
In Connecticut. So you might hear a fan in the background. I apologize in advance. And I got a little makeshift box. Fill it with ice and ice water.
Dominic does not care. My man is that cran apple is hitting in a different way.
So you might catch me running for some water in the freezer, but
pinky up.
Jurassic look like he's preparing for Rhea to come home.
I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to pull out stuff out of nowhere and just.
I mean, I don't know why I've been on the cranberry apple thing for the past few days. I don't know why. I woke up with like, I want some cranberry juice, and that was it.
Good for the kidneys.
I can't do regular cranberry juice. I had to do apple because regular cranberry tastes good going in.
This is gonna sound wild. They got cran watermelon.
What?
They got
How did you get black? How you gonna go black on us like that?
I'm telling you right now. Let me holler at you. I bought that shit. It didn't make the week. It didn't even make 24 hours. That bottle was gone before the day was over. I'm telling you right now. I'm not even apologizing for it.
I'm going to Stop and Shop in the morning.
Anyways,
You ain't gonna what do they say? How do you say out nigger us? Nigger, how you gonna out niggerish us? All right, so let's
kick it off with the men's Money in the Bank.
That was the first match.
Yes, I have them in order. Don't worry, I got you.
So,
all right.
To start, I am gonna just say this off rip. The women's Money in the Bank was the best performance out of the whole night, to be fully honest. It was interesting to watch. The talent that they had in the ring, good sorting of the talent. Overall, the performers did their thing, and like they stole the show. They did. It was so entertaining to watch this match. It was more entertaining than the men's ladder match, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I have note that the match was okay, but it felt way too short for some reason. Like, first off, I know Andrade got, like, I think a lot of people say he was the MVP of the match. Can we talk about the fact that Chad Gable went full Perk Gable and suplexed a ladder on top of somebody else?
So, real quick, since you just mentioned that,
yes,
it's just me, or is Chad Gable becoming like the modern day Kurt Angle?
Oh, he's been.
I mean, yeah, we already know that. That's been the whole thing.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
No. I know that. But I'm just saying, like,
whole time.
No, not even just that. But I'm just saying, like, even to the point where, like, now they're even fucking saying that you suck during his entrance, and he's like,
but I mean, why not join that type of that company? You know what I'm saying? Because it's only up from there. That means like you have so many avenues you could go with that. Because I mean, the parallels with him and Kurt Angle was always there. You know, but they decided to do like Jason Jordan instead of him because it would have been too obvious. You know, so but now that he's on his own, and I just always hated that they always put him with a group or a tag team. And I like him by himself. I like him by himself. You don't really need nobody.
Like, he has the potential to do a lot, whether he's in a tag team or as a solo competitor. Because you could say the same thing about Jey Uso. He could do a lot as a solo competitor as well as a tag team competitor. So it just, if he's ready to be on his own.
But I mean, since I remember the first, oh my god, I feel old thinking about this. I remember when Chad Gable debuted on NXT.
Ready, willing, and Gable.
Yeah, like
had long hair.
Yeah, and I was just watching a video earlier today of I think it was 2016. It was about Eric Young, but I was like, damn, Chad Gable was right there. Forgot all about that he was there that long, but his hair was long too. He was with he was in the tag team with
Jason Jordan.
No, not this time. He was at 2016. He was in tag team with
Robert Roode.
Robert Roode, yeah. Still had the long hair and stuff at the time. So I'm like, dang, I forget. He's been through it all. He's been through it all.
Sorry, you just mentioned Robert Roode, and then yes,
yeah. Now he's a producer in the back.
Look, he said he was done, and he's been producing. Guess what? Let that man.
Oh yeah, hey. Ain't nobody produces than wrestlers. It's always been that for years. So, they got so many over there. So
I guess Bobby Roode though.
Yeah.
Glorious Bobby Roode.
One of the best spine busters in the game.
Great persona.
Yeah. Back to the men's Money in the Bank.
Who throws a ladder at a person? That's one thing I want to get off my chest. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't be the first time.
ECW. Early TNA.
I mean, no, but it's just the way that Drew McIntyre just threw a ladder at Jey Uso so effortlessly.
That is spite. That's literal spite.
It was just like it was the accuracy was so. The accuracy just and then like it was diabolical. It just everything, all of the above.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they're trying to sell, because like this dude's been batshit even from like the kickoff show where he's like literally in the camera yelling, demanding CM Punk show himself, and then literally sucker punched Adam Pearce, and it's like, dude, like, this dude's just all over the place right now. Like he just doesn't care.
Drew is.
It's weird. Like he just got
all he needs. Just bring back Broken Dreams. Just bring back Broken Dreams. This is, if it wasn't the time before, if it wasn't the time at Clash at the Castle twice now is the time to bring it back. You are going insane, my boy.
I don't think they own the. I think the reason why they can't do it is because they can't own. They don't own the rights anymore.
Oh, they do.
They still do.
They do, because it's on Spotify. If they didn't own the rights, Spotify would have already cleaned that bitch clear off.
You know what? That makes sense then. Okay. I mean, okay. But
yeah,
but
the match was okay.
The match was good. Andrade, I feel like he's just floundering since he's been back.
Chico, I agree with you, dog. This is one of the few times I'm gonna agree with you, because like it felt so short, and it felt like more could have been done. Like everyone did. Carmelo did his spot. Andrade did his spot.
So like he says, definitely Andrade was the MVP of the match. Andrade shows the level of lucha libre style, that like American lucha libre style, and you know, you can tell from the time that he left WWE for the period that he left to now, he's in a whole nother level of moveset.
Which is insane, because Andrade already.
But the thing that's holding him back,
all the main talent did their thing. The only thing that I will say that I'm not happy with is the end result. Okay. The reason, and like once like I put into a hole, but the end result, I don't really like the fact that Drew won.
Just to be a part of the storyline that he's in, that could have been easily without.
Which again, like once we get to the end, where like we're summing up the pay-per-view as a whole, there's a bit that I want to say.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
But me personally, I don't think Drew needed the win.
We probably could tie it in, because it's the world title match was like the third match on the card, because the next match was Braun versus Sammy, which I hear Kendrick Lamar. I'm conflicted. I have conflicted feelings about this.
Before we get to that, can we give it up for Carmelo hanging in there with the big boys?
Yes.
Being the new kid on the block, being the youngest guy in the room, and hanging in with some vets. He's in there with some world champions, former world champions. Like the man, he stood his ground. He stood his own. You know, he's in that mix of right now, like where these guys, like at their time, they were in the mix with like Triple H in them. Now he's in there with them.
Carmelo definitely has a lot of untapped potential. I think it was, and it's rare that I say this because you know how many times I've said how they've wasted talent, but I think now was the appropriate time to bring him up to the main roster. The only thing that I'm waiting to see is, are they going to let him continue on his own, or are they going to stick him with a manager? Because usually what they usually do is they stick new guys with managers.
Manager. I actually, don't worry about those fingers. I actually you have a good point there, because they teased it a little bit with him and Bobby Lashley, but Lashley got hurt.
That would be interesting.
And before the Bell podcast, friends of the show, they brought up, what if MVP manages Carmelo?
That would be very interesting, to be honest.
Omos as the heavy hitter.
And that way you get both. That way you get both of them on TV as well.
That would be interesting, but like the problem is though.
No, hold up. No, not that. No, you don't need Omos. No.
Well, that's the thing though. What has Omos been doing lately? They haven't.
You don't need an Omos. No, you don't need an Omos. I know you need. If you're gonna put him with somebody, if you give him an enforcer,
I think I know what you're thinking.
This man been drafted to Raw or whatever for the past 2 years. It hasn't been shown yet.
Yep.
Odyssey Jones.
Yep.
What the hell? Where the hell is this man at? Put him with Carmelo. That's who you put, Nick. That's who you put.
I would have thought, to be honest, if they were gonna give him a manager.
No manager. He don't need a manager. He needs an enforcer. He needs that. He needs how they was doing before with him and Trick, that Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Odyssey he's a big guy to be the enforcer, but also he's not there. He doesn't have that look to be on his own to where he's his own superstar like a Trick. You know what I'm saying? Trick is going to be a star by himself.
A manager though, and I feel like Shelton Benjamin would be a good fit.
Shelton Benjamin's not. He don't need to be there. No, Shelton. They don't mess with that man's career too much. All right,
I think you could have MVP because one, we all know MVP. Yeah. We all know Ballin. We all know MVP. So that's an easy way.
And Carmelo is like a new version of that. Like
I don't know. I see more Shelton than I do MVP. To be honest,
I mean, yeah,
I see both.
Sets.
I think you have the cockiness. You have the almost sports-like aura, but like more grounded, like with the barbershop vignettes, the references. He's a pro wrestling Kendrick Lamar, basically.
But then also you gotta remember, yes, he all right. MVP and Shelton Benjamin, great wrestlers on their own. Shelton Benjamin was a way better wrestler. His movesets are way better than MVP. But MVP also can talk. Right. And that's something that Carmelo can do. He has a little bit of both of those type of influences. But somebody like him could also be better overall if he just gets somebody like MVP to like coach him or whatever. And essentially, he really don't need to have a manager. Eventually, you know, he could do it. He could eventually be on his own if he just sticks to like getting to be on the mic more. You know. But at the same time, like I said, he needs somebody like Odyssey Jones to be his backup, and also you get that man a rub to get him on TV because he's getting paid to be in catering the whole time.
Almost the same thing we've done with Otis. You have him build up, and when he finally snaps and breaks away, now you have a potential new star right there. But I mean, we've talked about Carmel. We got to move on to the IC title.
Yes, the IC title. I hate it. I hated the whole. It was a good match. I don't like the outcome.
I am for it. The only reason why I'll say I'm for it is because then, if you caught that last glimpse of Braun Breaker literally just grilling the hell out of Sami Zayn, what I think would be the smart thing to do. He just lost his title opportunity. What the smart thing would be to do, you know, which was like the run that Chad Gable was going for, injure Sami Zayn, vacate the title, and then that opens the door for more talent in a tournament where Braun is the odds-on favorite to win, and then makes his way through the rankings, and then it would set up the stage for a pretty dope dream match for SummerSlam where he does win.
So what you will get from Braun Strowman is some mean mugging. That man knows how to mean mug the hell out of somebody.
Especially, so I don't know if y'all watched Raw tonight. Or
it wasn't so much the fact that Breaker was mean mugging him. It was the intensity and the camera angle. It was
he does a great job at that.
It just brought it to a level. It's like, yo, like this dude, like you can see the wheels turning type.
But
you know what I mean?
Is that okay? I feel like they like the veteran, like, oh, you be my ass, but I'm a vet, so I still know a little thing or two how to win some things.
It wasn't. So I'm glad you bring that up because they brought it up. Because Sammy even brought it up during the after, like the press conference thing. He said, I underestimated Braun, and basically put him over. Like, look, he had me. I got lucky. Like
Yeah.
I was able to outwit him, but I underestimated him.
Yeah.
And then tonight, Braun, we all knew Sammy was gonna catch a spear. Damn near broke his neck, but Braun did the Cartoon Network. What's over there? And everyone looked. This motherfucker took off, and I literally saw them like, I know y'all did not actually fall for the Cartoon Network Looney Tune, and I mean cut Sammy down, so Sammy might be hurt, and I'm just like, yo, he literally like he did it so well, like he was looking up as they're yelling at him, he's looking up and he's squinting like, what is that? And they all look over there and he just books it. I'm like, this man really played y'all.
The cameraman like, what is up there?
This man really played y'all. And then
you know what? And honestly, in the thing where you have the white six around, yeah, I can understand why they would try to like, what's that? Is it them? You know, you can play into that. But that man is fast.
He is.
Fast.
Braun, I also have in my notes, that man ain't human. Like, that man is not normal. And I know he's a Steiner.
What is he, a third generation, second generation?
He is, I believe, second generation superstar.
Yeah, second generation. Yeah, okay.
Steiner's his father, correct?
Rick Steiner. Scott Steiner's his uncle.
Yeah. It is so weird that he sounds like his uncle though when he talks.
Sounds like his uncle. Hits like his daddy.
Yeah.
Just that man is a freak.
He goes to a black barbershop.
There's been a lot of talk that Braun Breaker is basically the modern day Brock Lesnar.
I'd rather that than a modern day Goldberg.
No, Goldberg is horrible. And
yeah, no, that's why I'm saying I'd rather that comparison
can we
than
just
Goldberg.
Like put it to the fact that put the nail in the coffin. Goldberg was a thing of his time.
Mm-hmm.
They built that man to be that way. It wasn't just him; it was the company that made this person to be built this way.
And I love.
Goldberg
is not a good wrestler. Yes,
Goldberg in his WCW days was considered one of the greatest muscle heavyweight individuals of his time. The only problem is he didn't do anything past that point. Once he left the company, he just left wrestling altogether.
He did go to Japan for like a little bit until like that contract finally ran out, and then WWE bought his contract and brought him in.
Right, but then it's just like, what else has he done? He hasn't done anything up until his return.
When somebody like
Brock Lesnar, so it's just like you haven't developed or changed anything about yourself or your
you made as much money he made. You don't got shit. You don't got to learn.
Yeah, this is the thing, though. If you're coming back to try to be in ring competition, because this is the thing with me, the whole Survivor Series match with him and Brock Lesnar, that was awesome, because it's like you're literally building off of a story that we left behind from over 10 years ago. That's right. But now you're trying to have this dude have championship runs and this, that, and the third. Like, okay, but this is the thing. You're not doing anything that really is anything new. You're not doing anything that really is catching the attention.
But it's nostalgia, though.
Okay, that's all well and good, but
it's not 1997 anymore. Like, don't get me wrong. As someone, I used to love Goldberg as a kid.
I did too.
7-year-old. His match, like, I still remember that match with Glacier where my man was kicking, ducked the kick, did a whole backflip over another kick. I'm like, this man's it. It. Fast forward now, like, dog.
But then it's like
your moveset has not changed. Your
and then
about you has changed.
Exactly, and then you're watching, like, for example, one of the worst matches I have ever seen, and you can't even think of a time where this individual had a bad match. Was Goldberg versus The Undertaker at the Super Show. That match was horrible. And the only reason why it was horrible is because Goldberg didn't do his part. And it's just watching that match, you're like, bro, like, what is this dude doing? And then it really...
The man was already concussed before he even started the match already.
Well, that's the thing. But then you're literally watching this, and now you're seeing, like, oh, wow, you know, and then you remember what Bret Hart said about this dude years ago. He's like, he's not safe. He doesn't do anything that shows that he's trying to adapt or anything. He's the reason why I no longer have a career, and he's still bitter about it. But I mean,
I'm sorry.
back that match, it's like, okay, I can see why you feel some type of way about it.
Everybody that's talked about Bret Hart over the years, they always like when they have some alone time, they get to talk to him or whatever. And every time it never fails. They always like talk to him about his days of wrestling, but yet he always is like fuck Goldberg. They're like, who killed WCW?
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
You know Drew McIntyre. You know Drew McIntyre called Bret like, I need to learn from the knowledge of pettiness. I need to learn.
Yes, like and I mean, but like I said, was he green still? Yes. But he had a look that they wanted, and they
had a look, had a theme,
and it had the mystery, whatever, and they went with it, and that's what we got into. As kids, you don't know, you're watching it, you don't understand what's going on. You just see this big dude taking out people. You don't understand the behind the scenes to get older.
But I mean, let me give you an example. So, and it's funny because like now that he's retired from in-ring action, it's like he pulled back the curtain on so much of his career. When The Undertaker started his path through the WWE, he faced off against Coco. And like he almost snapped Coco's neck. But it's like, okay, he was green, but he didn't continue making the same mistakes again and again.
Like I said, like he was a product. He's still green. He's a product of the situation that he was in. He had a look. That's what they were looking at the time. They were trying to. They're in a role where they're trying to beat WWE.
I still don't see that as that. Still sounds like an excuse because look at
that's the main thing at the time.
And he's one of the most athletic guys we've ever seen.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what they've been talking about for the longest time. Is that they were trying to beat WWE at the time, and he had the look and everything. They were just doing anything and everything. I just saw a video of. I don't know if you got it. He's a ECW hero, an ECW legend, Bobby Ripwreck. Bobby Ripwreck. He's been a trainer for a lot of our favorite wrestlers over the years. That's like big now. But
name's ringing a bell.
Yeah, he was in ECW. He's a good wrestler, really good wrestler.
Mikey Ripwreck.
Mikey Ripwreck. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Mikey
I was going to say Bobby.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think about Bobby Roode, but Mikey Ripwreck. So Bobby Ripwreck was. Like he trained a lot of people. He was a really good wrestler. He didn't have the look of what people what people wanted back then. He kind of had like a young Kevin Owens type of look, but he looked just like a young boy, whatever. Really good moves and stuff. Really good move sets and everything. He gets a chance to go to ECW. No, from ECW to go to WCW. And he was there, for like a good 2 months before he got like actual TV time. He gets on there, gets with Billy Kidman, kills the show. It's like steals the show, does a great job. Had like 2 matches with him back to back, whatever. It's like the beginning of the first match, just to start off everything. Vincent, aka Virgil, and this is the time when NWO is running everything, aka Hogan is in. Everybody is in. Is in the pockets. Taking everybody money and stuff because he's running the show. He goes to tell, hey, these guys is taking. They're selling the show every night, and not getting no. By the time we get on, we're not gonna have that same type of heat because people are really liking these guys, and ergo him. This dude gets blackballed, pretty much. Through his whole time in the WCW, end up going back to ECW. So he never gets a chance because he was too good. And Vincent, aka Virgil, was like, "Hey, this is what's going on," and I'm like, "What? That's some bull." Like
I'm trying to get like, okay, we're comparing the guy who actually had moveset to a guy who doesn't have moveset. So what was the point?
Because one guy's good, and then just to the company. Just he had a look. One guy he can't wrestle, but he had a look, and then they pushed it. A guy who has all the movesets, but don't have the look.
That still doesn't make an excuse, because here's the fact of the matter. We've seen guys who have the potential go away, come back, and then they're at a whole nother level than they were before. And we've seen guys do the opposite. But Goldberg has been at a stagnant point where if he was hitting, like, this is the thing. We've seen guys leave WWE, go to TNA, Ring of Honor, help hit the Japan circuit. Goldberg has never done any of that. He hasn't even hit the indie circuit. He hasn't done anything. So how are you supposed to get better when your moveset hasn't changed in over 10 years? And then on top of everything else, not only on top of that, the level of ring rust that you have, and then everything else, you're not adapting or doing any type of set anything to make yourself better. How are you going to step into the ring with people that actually are seasoned, who do this on a regular, and not botch something? And speaking of botch,
Yeah,
I'm glad.
With that bitch. Segue
Yeah,
that
we-
bitch.
Let's move on.
I'm like, man, this ain't Goldberg show.
the
I was about to
World
say, like, we
Championship match was such a botch. It's not even funny.
Oh, hold on, who botched? Oh, wait.
the ref.
From production to the ref, that shit was wild.
So let's talk about it. Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. If no one's catching,
when Seth goes for the pin, the ref 1, 2, he does the 3.
No, he stopped. I saw it. He did stop midway, like before he hit that
3,
thing,
and then stopped completely. And then it's like,
Seth's like, what the heck?
they were saying that the music was Damian Priest music. I mean, they were saying the music was supposed to hit at that time, and Damian Priest was supposed to kick out, but that never happened.
Damian might got knocked out after apparently either kicked. That's what the dirt sheet's saying, because one of the kicks looked stiff and he might got knocked loopy.
So he took
there's a lot of concussions that night.
So apparently he took a shot to the face and it rung his bell. But the thing was, though,
I believe it.
The production team was supposed to hit. Didn't you see how delayed McIntyre's music was, like, after the kick out? And then, so they botched, the production team botched the music hit. Even if Damian was out cold, they still should have hit it at the 2. And he didn't. So now, fast forward into the triple threat match.
Well, hold on. Before we jump too far, I wrote down some notes, because we just jumped straight into the botch. We didn't talk about the match itself, the lead up. We just went straight into it. Because personally, I'm wondering, what the fuck is Seth's knee made of? Because my man pulled out the same move that caused the injury to begin with, that top rope senton into a moonsault.
Oh yeah.
Which Michael Cole and Corey Graves like, oh, he's pulling out new things in his arsenal. Like,
He's
dog,
done before, yeah.
dog, he's done
Which
this.
was another thing. Like, so I feel like, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Squire, but it's just like, I feel like they tried to slap this match together in the production part so quickly that it was chaotic for everyone involved, because you can even tell Michael Cole and Corey Graves don't make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. But for this specific match, like, you could tell the fumbling was all over the place, because they're getting confused between McIntyre and Priest, and it's just like, bro, like, you could tell there were a lot of changes and modifications just to accommodate this one match.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I loved the little detail, because Drew said it. He said on the Raw before Money in the Bank, I'm gonna win and I'm gonna cash in that night. I love the fact that the start, middle, and even before the botch, they kept looking back at that ramp. They kept, like, before they would do any move, they would look
just
back,
in case.
look back, like it was in their head. And it's a small thing. It's a small thing, but it's money in the bank.
Like,
you are literally at money in the bank. At any point in time, you can get cashed in on. And your biggest op just told you, I am cashing in on you that night. So now you're like, I'm trying to get this match done as quickly as possible.
It was a great setup, but it's just like the planning stages wasn't there.
Yeah, and then
the planning stages wasn't.
The botch happens. Drew comes out. Clay more than him.
Yeah.
And then there's my boy, Philip. I hate you, Brooks. My man came out and he was big mad. That boy was mad. I've seen Punk crazy before. My man got the fucking cord and was choking. I'm like, oh, we out the PG era. I'm about to watch someone die.
Are we on Netflix now?
Netflix now? Yo, Punk went nuts, and he's just like chair shot after chair shot, and he's like,
and I love the fact they brought it up right after Damian won, is that Punk screwed both Drew and Seth. So now it opens that rivalry back up.
Oh my god, you saw Seth afterwards?
Oh, Seth's like, I hate you. Why won't you get out my life?
So here, I love it. Since we brought this up, I may as well mention it now. I feel like that was the biggest mistake of Triple H's career so far in the aspect of creative and development. That was the dumbest thing that they could have done. And cashing
that night?
Yes, giving the briefcase to Drew and then having him cash in that night and then having Punk fuck up the match. Those were the three key points that I thought were the dumbest part about the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, especially on the men's outcome. Because here's the fact of the matter. This rivalry has been brewing since WrestleMania. It's already got ahead of steam. This thing has been going at it since a forest fire in California. Like, it's been going for a minute. It did not need the Money in the Bank briefcase to be cashed and failed on the same night to keep that momentum going. It was just not necessary.
I can agree to that.
If you wanted to take it a step further and make it better, okay, have Punk show up in the middle of the ladder match, knock Drew off the ladder, and then let someone else win the briefcase. Because now you've taken away a component that adds a lot of mystery and drama and like unexpectancy throughout the year in one night, on the same night that and this is the thing, you made the Money in the Bank ladder match a PLE, and like on the same, it made sense when Kane cashed it in, when Dean Ambrose cashed it in, and they became world champion that night. But you're gonna cash it in and then flub it the same night. It's like, come on. Now you've taken away that contract that can be cashed in at any point in the span of a year. Where, hell, if, let's say, for example, if Carmelo had won, what if he decides to cash in at SummerSlam after the Gunther versus Damian Priest match? Or Chad Gable won it and then he decides to cash in? Or
let's be real. Let's be real. If Carmelo won the Money in the Bank, they would have dumbed down that situation. Like, okay, he won the belt from NXT or the Intercontinental.
I was about to bring it up because I hear you, Chico. I honestly, I do agree with you. I would have rather this than what they did with Theory and have him challenge for a lower card belt and lose, because that still pisses me off to this day. I agree with you. The fact that the Money in the Bank used to have a damn near 100% guarantee that you are going to become a new champion. Cena was the first one to flub it. I think he was the very first one.
He was the first one to flub it after the fact that there was outside interference from, I think, the Big Show at the time.
Right. The same could be said for this. Punk interfered in this match, which a lot of people might not remember because it's going to be like, oh well, he failed. No, you have like look at it. Punk.
No, Damien Sandow flubbed it.
I know Damien flubbed it as well, but
Damien flubbed it, but he
still had a one-on-one match and he lost clean. That was, and it was against Cena. You dog, hey, you had a cool briefcase. You weren't winning. We all know this. Anyways,
that leather briefcase was dope. I'm not even gonna lie.
It was dope. I love unique briefcases. We can't stay on that because we're gonna go through another tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that Punk is at a point, like he knows his career is not gonna last much longer. So like, you know what? Let's create chaos. Let's have fun. I'm gonna be the biggest op on this roster. I ruined your chance at winning a championship, Drew, and I ruined your chance at even coming near the title, because now, as long as Damien until SummerSlam is champion, Seth cannot challenge for the title, which is what
which was another thing that like, okay, so here's the thing. I actually was enjoying that match, and then it just came abruptly to that end, and now we can't even get a rematch between those two. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was actually looking forward to that match. Yeah. That was the match of the night that
I just thought about something.
So now it's like,
hold on. Let Chico finish, then Dom.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just like now we can't have that match. We could, but what's the point if the title's not up on the line? It would have been a hell of a match that we could have rewinded at SummerSlam, or even held at Bad Blood coming up in October, for God's sake. Because they announced that Bad Blood's coming back.
Yeah. I personally feel Bad Blood. I'm gonna just say this. I personally feel Bad Blood should be Punk versus Rollins as a main event, and that's all I want to say. Because I think
as long as they come to Hartford, that'd be great. Especially considering they did a Bad Blood in Hartford. That just
nice. Now, Dom, what you wanted to say?
All right, so I agree with y'all with the Money in the Bank. So yes, Austin Theory winning it last time. He won that Money in the Bank when it was the worst time frame to have the Money in the Bank at that time, because there was no way he was going to be able to pull that off against Seth Rollins at the time, or matter of fact, not even before that.
No, Seth didn't have the world title.
He didn't have the title at the time against Roman Reigns with the bloodline. Like, come on now, he was not. It was just not feasible. But if you were to do it now, with the way things are, I feel like it's a way more equal playing field right now, where you could go either or, and you can have fun with it instead of, and you may not know what can happen, like versus if like Austin Theory time frame having it. And you already know, ain't no way you're gonna take that belt for Roman Reigns. No one's taking that belt for Roman Reigns. So it's just the time. It's just I agree. Matter of fact, it could have been a nice do-over if they kept that. If somebody else won that belt, won that Money in the Bank, it gave us some mystery of when it's gonna happen throughout the year. Because it could have. You think about it, Cody losing the belt to a person who won the Money in the Bank out of nowhere after he done did whatever story he done did that week. You know, like that would have been great. That would have been something to talk about.
Well, the thing with that is I don't know if that would happen anytime soon, because we have right now, there's so many different variables right now with the whole bloodline situation.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say just the opportunity.
Let's hold on to that, because that's going to be before the main event.
Let's go to next. So after that, we
got the women's Money in the Bank, which, to be honest, before the actual main event, I thought was the match of the night. To be honest,
yo, Zoe Stark got my respect.
Zoe fucking Stark.
Yo,
I have it right here. Let me
go do your thing.
I quote: Zoe Stark is crazy and probably concussed.
Yeah,
twice, because holy hell. Like, she showed out, but she took some gnarly bumps. And I don't like, boy, that Michinoku driver off the lane, Io just like, it's like folding herself. I was dying.
Her ass.
God.
I was like,
The
And,
fact
and that's
her
not
poor
the,
butt, her poor butt. Like
Yo,
she fell on that thing. So
that bump too, because she was just like folding herself in like to a yoga position where it's
yeah,
like take
like
your head and shove it up your ass. Like,
I love the fact someone posted their video, their story. They were like front row when that happened. They went,
Bumba
"Bumba!"
God!
I was dying. Let's also not forget Naomi is the GOAT, because like the fact that
yes,
she
she
had a
is.
whole split on the ladder and one of them ladders was hella unstable. I can't even do a split in real life, let
Yeah.
alone in a no. My hip immediately started crying.
Yeah.
Man, good on you, girl. Good on you. Jimmy Uso is a happy man.
Can we agree that she would never get to the feat that she was at TNA in WWE?
Don't.
I don't know.
Why would you?
We have to see
It's
because
not gonna happen.
I don't know because she's a 2-time women's champion, and if she actually gets the opportunity, I feel like what they might end up doing with her is they might give her a tag team run before they give her a singles championship run.
Well, she had the whole thing with these girls, the big three, and then I mean, I guess they kind of tease it with her and Bailey, but at the same time, it's like you're coming back to what you was doing before.
Yeah, I mean, she's collecting a check, but at the same time, like,
Yeah, but she had a better run. I feel like she had a better run doing
outside.
independent. Yeah, I think if she would have stayed out a little bit longer, she would have been more of a match to deal
But
with.
at the same time, we are still early. Because there's rumors like Bianca could be the one to be heel. Naomi could actually be the one to challenge Bailey, and then our winner is Tiffy time.
Yo,
Tiffany Stratton.
Chelsea Green.
Oh, I wanted Chelsea.
It could have been either
bad.
way.
Again,
I wanted both. I was fine with either or, but that bump that Chelsea did though, like because she played with the fact I love the little thing, the little subtleties. She was afraid of heights the whole time. The whole time she's afraid of heights, and the one time she actually gets up to get to that to the briefcase, she's tumbling down falling on two
tables that the person that you thought were friends with helped you set up. You got double betrayed.
And she cleared
gravity and your friend.
She cleared it too. It was no mess up. It was a straight, clean cut right in the middle of the tables. Like that girl knew what the hell she was doing.
I don't know. My choices would have been, if not Lyra Valkyria, Zoe Stark.
My choices, literally my three: Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi. Those are my three picks. Lyra is too new to the roster. Zoe is already in a thing with Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville, which they pulled the trigger on and did that tonight.
Yeah, I saw that.
And who else was in that match? Io's also, which they're targeting.
Mind you, she did that move with this chick off the driver, and that was the last you saw her the rest of the match. She was gone. She was gone.
To be fair, if I'm going to have one big spot, that's it. I'm good. I'm
getting folded like a pretzel. Yeah, absolutely. Falling on top of a ladder.
You would see her no more. She went under the ring by that type of thing.
Like, I'm done.
I was fine with Tiffany winning. I mean, she looked great. She looked good. I mean, she's been having a good showing ever since she debuted, surprisingly, and that hasn't happened a lot with the main roster call-ups, especially with the girls. You know, and I didn't think she was gonna be able to get that type of applause from people, that type of resonance from people because of like the character and just she's so brand new.
I don't like the character, but I will give her the fact that one, she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous, and then two, the fact that her ring ability is actually very, very impressive.
And that fucking moves, that was
is a pretty moonsault.
Oh my god,
pretty moonsault.
It makes
not better than Christopher Daniels. but it's a
Yes.
pretty ass moonsault.
But it's also like she was a gymnast, so it makes a lot more sense that when she could do some of the things she could do. And it's okay. I like that she uses that ability. It's just like, what's her name? Was it not Kaden? That tag team.
The Caden Carter and not Dakota Kai. Love Dakota Kai though.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Something Chance or something.
Yes, whatever Chance. Yes, it's like she's a gymnast, but she's so small. But somebody you see with the stature of like Tiffany Stratton, like damn, that you know how to do this and that. Like she's surprisingly really good.
Caden.
Yeah. So, but yes, I dig the match. That was a really good match. They honestly they kind of stole the show for me.
Yeah,
I agree.
They really did. I was surprised.
I'm not gonna lie though, the next match, I came into that match, the Bloodline or the New Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this is a SmackDown match. This ain't really a pay-per-view main event match. And then Randy hit Jacob Fatu with that draping DDT, and that man popped up. And Randy's like, yeah. Oh, you different. Okay.
You know who did that last?
His cousin Umaga.
Yeah. Umaga did that years ago. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, they did it. Oh shit. But so I like to call that match Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus Jacob Fatu and them niggas over there. That's what I like to call him.
Let me hit my note real quick. Cody might be the biggest baby face since 2010.
Because
Kevin Owens is a real one, because that man did not blink. He did not flinch. He stared holes through. Kevin Owens is invited to the cookout. I don't care what y'all tell me.
I cannot wait.
You can come through, dog. Bring the family.
I want to see. I want a smash breakout match between Jacob Fatu and Kevin Owens. I want a full-on street fight match. In fact, I want the old school with all the cars around in the parking lot.
Oh, you want that 03 parking lot brawl?
Yes, give me that.
Screw that. You also just do a non-sanctioned match.
Also, have we heard about that ref that Jacob, like, when he got dumped over the barricade, just kicked in the back? Are they okay? Have we heard anything?
That was another dude. So that was another bot. So I was like, dude, seriously? So apparently that was a female stagehand, and she suffered a concussion.
Oh yeah, because she was in the wrong place.
And a black eye.
She was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She took a boot to the face, and it literally hit her hard enough that she got a concussion and a black eye.
Well, you got a big man coming out of nowhere.
What's the thing though? Like, what? It's like,
that's her fault. I'm looking at it. You know what's going to happen. You know what's there.
It's pro wrestling. Like they say all the time, this ain't gymnastics. This ain't, things happen. We've seen many times people get dumped over the barricade, and like the ring bell announcer's there, or someone's gonna be there.
Cameraman, all that.
It happens. I'm glad she's okay for the most part. Like, concussed suck, but she's not like seriously injured. Kevin Owens hitting that prime bottle on old boy's head.
Dude, what is it with everybody using that damn prime bottle as a weapon now?
If it's gonna,
I've been waiting for somebody to use that prime bottle. Honestly,
I promise you.
They all use the prime station as a weapon.
Don't let them
no one used the bottle though. No one has used the big bottle.
I'm about to treat them like Star Wars sabers. I'm about to hit you like a drum with them bottles. We're paying all the sponsorship money. Guess what? I'm throwing bottle.
But my thing is, like, I don't know about to like open it and dump it on people. Like, I would have used it just like spray it on people, like to hit them in the eye or something. Like, just open it up, drink it, and spit it in somebody's face, whatever. With all that, do all that.
Sticky and sweaty. That's a horrible combination.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to win the belt.
But
win the match. But I would love to see a Jacob Fatu versus a Kevin Owens street fight, man. For real,
might as well just make that a non-sanctioned match, to be honest.
You might get
do it.
But honestly, personally, I feel Solo is really starting to come into his own now.
You think so?
I do, because like the little promo they had before with him, almost Godfather style, talking about he is the tribal chief. If Roman Reigns couldn't defend our honor, Roman Reigns couldn't defend this. I am the tribal chief now. If he want this, he can come try to get it. And I'm like, okay, so we're already setting the seeds for Roman to come back, because that pop is going to be amazing.
He's supposed to be a big
face
this month.
I personally, I think it should be Jimmy to come back first, and then have Paul Heyman come out with the ladies and gentlemen, and then we hear the music, and Roman Reigns slowly walks out from behind that pop's going to be borderline Triple H returning from that quad injury in 2002 to, I want to say, Cena in 2008 at the Royal Rumble. That pop is going to be disgusting ass pop.
You never know how.
I would have said Cena Money in the Bank back in like 2014. Was it 2014 or was it 2016? Or even no?
No, I think you might be thinking of Survivor Series with him and Jericho.
No. The recent one where he went up against Roman.
That was 2021.
Yeah,
I think that was 21 or 22. It might have been 21 though.
But I would say though, it was a good match.
Yeah. It was a solid match. It was the fact that Cody took the pin, which sets up now Solo he's gonna be number one contender. Like Solo now has a claim for that title at SummerSlam.
I don't see it.
You know,
a lot of people don't.
I don't see it. I think what will probably happen is some type of tournament or number one contenders match between possibly Randy, maybe Solo, LA Knight.
LA Knight's going for Logan Paul. That ship has sailed.
Right there. Yeah.
So I would say. So let's say.
I can definitely see, because Randy's been looking at that belt.
Solo, Randy.
The story just alone for Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes by itself could do much.
That would be one hell of a show.
Personally, that should be Survivor Series, because statistically speaking, and I do have this down, Survivor Series is Randy Orton's best pay-per-view. He has been the lone survivor multiple times. He has won that Survivor Series multiple times.
Randy Orton basically becomes God mode at Survivor Series time.
So, yeah. All right. Can we... I gotta put it. I just realized. I can't be scared of a person in the group that looks like Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks. All right, don't give me. I love Solo Sikoa, right?
I know he ain't just say this,
but he looks like Theodore.
I know he is. I know.
I said it. Yes, I said it. He looks like Theodore. Okay, when he's in a suit and everything, he looks like a little cute, chubby Theodore. Like, oh, look at him.
He's already chubby. What do you mean? He's already chubby.
Look with him. He hanging with his big brothers today. Look at him. Like, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. You have Tonga Loa and all them that was in the Bullet Club, and you got Jacob Fatu that's been murdering people in the ring for the past couple of years and stuff. And they gotta listen to this guy. I understand he was the street champ, like in NXT and all that. I love that. That was cool. But this iteration right now, what they're doing, it's just like, man, you look like Theodore. You look like Theodore.
You guys,
like
they gonna bust into your apartment. And
I'm sorry. I'm all bloodline. Yo,
dog.
I'm sorry.
This man
just
said
Theodore
he
to me right
like
now. He's
Theodore.
He's Theodore.
That's
Theodore.
Wild.
He is. And you know what? You know what? You can see it too. As soon as I said it, y'all saw it. Y'all look at think about it.
Look, I
Think about
acknowledge the tribal chief before anything. I personally like my throat where it is. I don't need a thumb there. I'm
it. You look.
good.
I'm sorry. I
Mm-mm.
just that's my
He
dog.
said that. At any point, he said that. Let me get my camera right. That was
Zilla
him.
Fatu
I
looks more of a menace right now.
I got no problems with the Samoan dynasty. Let me be very
Zilla
clear.
right now is like more of the menace right now when you see him. I don't get that right now when I see Solo right now. I don't.
What doesn't help for Solo is the fact that last year, other than his Cena win, he was. Are you playing the damn?
Okay.
We about to get clapped. I'm about to see Tamatanga just. I'm about to see, I'm about to die. Y'all about to get me clapped
So
for no reason.
I mean, I
Nothing wrong.
just
I'm
don't.
trying to defend. I'm trying my best here to defend, and y'all trying to get me taken the fuck out. That's crazy. I thought we were cool.
It's just man. It's just when he's just trying to be this. It's like he's trying to overwork the big boss thing at times, and it's just coming off like, oh, look at this. It looks cute. Oh, look at
What I
the
was trying to say is what didn't help is the fact that this man went 1-34 last year when it came to matches. On top of what? Now on
This
top
the
of
guy
that,
that's running shit now. Just saying.
yeah, I know.
I mean, think about
this-
it. Look at you got Jacob Fatu get his own entrance. Everybody else showed up. They sharing the Solo's interest music. This man gets a shirt and it's selling out. Jacob is that guy, and no one's there. And you know how much emphasis they put on this man during this whole match. They put a lot of emphasis on him. They talked a lot about Jacob.
Here's the thing,
So
though.
making fun of and enough making fun of Solo, even though he do look. Now that he brought it up, I'm never gonna not be able to see that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's really one of the things that was
You're on your way.
said about Jacob Fatu
I can hear. I'm sorry.
by his cousins and even just a lot of the Samoan dynasty. They all said the same thing because he was basically the workhorse in the independent circuit and is one of the most gifted out of the entire family. A lot of people will agree to the fact that he is one of the most gifted in the whole family and the most underrated because he's not just debuting into WWE, but since he was just working the independent circuit, building a name for himself out there, he's known out there. But as far as the WWE, this is like our first encounter with this guy. So they're really trying to build him up and be like, yo, like,
and a lot of people already know about him
this
too,
guy
anyway.
here?
A lot of people already know about him from MLW and stuff.
Right.
His time in TNA, he did a little bit,
Right.
and reality wrestling. And his interviews, like honestly, he's just a dope ass person.
He's a chill dude. Like I saw his
real
interview,
chill. Like
you know, he's very family oriented. He has 7 children. You know, he's
he let us know he got 7 kids.
Yeah,
happily
married, 7 kids. You know, it's just like, but then when he gets into the ring, he has this persona, like this
switch.
Right. And it's like one of the things that was it really was mind-blowing because there were very few people that can pull off that I have this persona here and then when I'm in the ring I'm this person.
Yeah.
No. Because and I continue to use him as an example because he is the example of what the gold standard is in regards to how that persona is played, and that's the Undertaker. For almost 30 years, he played this role, and it was just until like after his WrestleMania match with AJ Styles, and then he starts doing The Last Ride and all these documentaries and stuff. You thought that he was this supernatural entity, you know, and not realizing that, you know, all these things that he does it's not really him.
Yeah, Undertaker's
there's Undertaker, and there's Mark Calloway.
Yeah,
Right.
either or is invited to the cookout.
But the thing is though, that line wasn't there
right
until the conclusion of
his run,
his career. Like once he got to the Hall of Fame, once he got to his speech, is when we saw Mark Calloway.
Well, that's why, like, was it Mark Henry was talking about on his podcast a few weeks ago.
Oh my god, that podcast is so funny, and that episode is hilarious.
He was talking about how the Y6 was on debut that night. You know, the whole thing. It was so good and scary and everything, and then like they were out getting something to eat, and somebody took a picture of them outside of all the makeup and everything, and they're just taking pictures like cheesy and everything. It's like he was like, you disrespecting the history of wrestling and all this and kayfabe and stuff, because you just did all this, and then an hour or two later you're taking pictures smiling. It's like, no, you keep that kayfabe going at least for this. And so, you know, but I get it. Now it's like you can do both, but at the same time, you gotta be able to.
You have to. So that's the problem. That right now, that like people don't put on a story anymore. You know what I mean? Where it's like the whole, like for example, the whole Dom and Rhea situation. Like it's to that point, like bro, like why is this still a thing anymore? Because it's like, you know, like we know Dom's happily married. You just got married. Like let's just drop the act.
You ain't never have a work wife or work husband before,
right?
Come on. Like you can't really. That's not what it is. That's not what they're trying to portray.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to push it to something else. Because even so much so, like they're even recycling the old Stephanie, Trish, and
look, let me tell you, they did the like Dom getting his legs straight, and the Judgment Day walk in, Finn and AD look at each other like Carlito. That's cool. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's definitely recycled, but this recycle is really fucking good, especially tonight with Rhea returning. Liv took the fuck off. She saw that, like, let me just slide on out this ring real quick.
Was she returned tonight?
Yep.
Came back.
It got Don's face, picked his fucking chin up with one hand. Look at me. I'm like, I was like, hey, look, I was loyal. I never made movies.
We're going to cut this podcast short because I got to go down. Mommy's
all right, before we go.
I'm just saying, hold on. Before, I want to say, because I want this to be put on a shirt for Jacob Fatu, because I want him to make this put in existence in the WWE universe. I really want him to be like, I'm about that life. I really know how to fight, and I would dog walk your ass. I want that on a shirt. They gotta let that happen. And also, can you see how cut this man got?
Ooh.
Can we get applause for this man looking good? Like the man, he okay, I gotta go to the gym my damn self now. Like he motivated me.
Speaking of motivation, and this definitely is
congratulations, Jacob, my hero.
John Cena announcing 2025.
Why you gotta do this for me?
Because we gotta talk about
it.
Right, nah, we don't got. Do we gotta talk about it?
I'm gonna say this off rip because it's just like we are really legitimately witnessing the end of an era.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Especially considering the fact that you know, besides Cena, well, now that Cena is announcing his retirement, the only one that's left from the Ruthless Aggression era is Randy.
Yeah.
And, you know, it really...
The only reason he hasn't left is because he doesn't like acting.
Right.
That's not his thing.
Well, I mean, it's just the thing, though. Cena's announced that he was going to retire from in-ring competition before he turned 50. He's 48.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you also because you gotta know when you gotta go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, because I was on TikTok earlier today, and someone brought up like he was booking like Cena's like last hurrah, and I need to be very clear. There is no shade to this person that left this comment and replied to my comment, because I said Cena should be the one to break Ric Flair's record of
Agreed.
16 world championships.
Agreed.
It doesn't have to be a long reign. Just it
Agreed.
should be Cena. He's been the face of the company. He carried the company. He's the most unproblematic of the baby faces. And he said Cena doesn't deserve to break the record. Cena will never be the level that Hogan was. And he should be a heel for a bit. And I'm gonna close my notebook because that's all I need to read from that.
First
I need
of all,
y'all. I'm gonna let you get shit in. I'm gonna let you get shit in. Don't worry. Don't worry. First of all, Cena long deserved the 17th world title. Do I think he also deserves to win the Intercontinental Championship? Yes, I do. It's the one belt he also has never held. But if I had to pick between the two, 17th world title. This man from 2002 to literally next year. Granted, he hasn't been full time for like 2-3 years. Okay, fine, it's fair. But in that time frame, however,
oh wait. I gotta say though, in his words, I can do this part-time better than you can do it full-time.
And he wasn't wrong. He dead ass was not wrong. This man carried the company to Ruthless, PG, Reality, Unified Championships, people coming and going, turbulent times, moving from Netflix to not Netflix, from Spike to USA. Like, he has been there. He's been the face.
UPN.
He's literally watched literally everyone come and go, return and go,
die.
Literally, Cena is this generation's Hulk Hogan.
He's this generation. He's the workhorse of the modern era.
Okay, so I would say he's better.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people say Hogan is the template for babyface. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I hate Hulk Hogan. Even before the whole him saying the N-word in the phone thing, I've hated Hulk Hogan my whole life.
Oh, did you get Did you hear the new one?
Oh yeah, I heard about the whole thing. We're not. Okay. We've already. We're already at an hour.
Yeah. Got you.
Ric Flair, I understand, is an icon. He is a legend. He is one of the greatest to ever do it. But the fact that man came out of retirement after giving us one of the greatest WrestleMania matches, went to TNA, which I had no problem with him going to TNA. It was him getting back in the ring that pissed me off. Yep. Then retiring again. Then coming back out of retirement to have another final match, literally almost dying in the ring. Said himself he had a heart attack. Literally gave us one of the worst matches of all time. Has constantly gone out of his way to ruin his legacy by opening his mouth and his pants. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you old heads want to hold on to Flair. I get it. I want to hold on to Shawn Michaels. I get it. We got to. Cena is beyond the one to beat Ric Flair's record. I know y'all want.
Actually, and it's funny you say that because Rick has actually said, "You're a 16-time world champion. Do you have an issue with someone beating that record?" He said, "Absolutely not."
No.
The one that I would want to beat that record would be John because he's earned it.
Yeah.
And John said he doesn't want to break it. He doesn't care for it. He doesn't want it.
But I mean, that's the thing, though. Just because you don't want it doesn't mean everyone else doesn't want that for you.
And I hear you. I might not want something, but if he says I don't want to break Ric Flair's record, I respect. You know what? Fine. That's as long as you said it. That's cool. Even go for the IC belt. Just go for the one thing you've never done.
Randy doesn't even want to do it. He doesn't want. He wants John to break the record.
I think the only one that probably would, and at the time, like if he could still do it at the time,
Triple H
would be Triple H.
Yeah,
that'd be the only one because of the history. But you know, time has already proven that. So
Yeah.
it would have to be somebody newer,
So
which is fine.
here is how I feel the final year should be. It would be ideal because one of the things that really left me, I've been a fan of Cena since like fucking forever. I've had nothing but respect for him, for his career. He's been the babyface of babyfaces, But the one thing, like we all agree on, is the level of work ethic that he has. The fact that he's been with WWE for as long as he has, the fact that he's been in ring competition for as long as he has, the fact that he even does large amounts of philanthropy outside of the WWE.
The greatest Make-A-Wish.
More Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes than anybody else ever. Like that's just something that's that's undescribable. You're able to go on all cylinders to that degree for over 20 years.
Exactly.
Speaks volumes. And the fact that you still have the physical ability, the in-ring ability, the microphone skills to still be as intense as you are now. Because even so much so, when he came back for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, or the most recent WrestleMania when they were in California, that throwaway match with Austin Theory was disappointing. The fact that he lost that match was disappointing. But the lead up was hilarious.
Yeah. But it was just him trying to help push
Theory. I get it. But it's just like, bro, like, out of all people, like, you got literally butt fucked by Cena on the mic. You should have lost that match. He
told him, even if you win, you lose.
But you know
and
what?
Guess what? He wasn't wrong.
But you know what? But they have high hopes for Austin Theory because they see a big babyface future for him, and that's what they're building up there right now with him and Waller.
By being a heel?
No, him
all times and being a dude?
Because the storyline right now is he's having little subtle changes as he's going on as this whole thing. Hence why they even lost the belt. But this is what I'm saying. They say he did the same speech. He said similar speech to Roman Reigns a few years ago, and told him like, what I could do is a part-time. You can't do full-time, and if you was doing it so good, why am I here? And then look,
they give me like a drug test. You ain't passing me.
And then look at it. And then you see Then you see a few years later when Roman Reigns finally gets it. He understands who he is, his character, he gets everything, and then he's able to hold back and forth with John Cena, like on the mic and everything. He's going back and forth. His whole thing has changed. He's not just the sucker and succotash version no more. He's not that big dog version. He's the tribal chief. He figured it out.
I don't know. He still was falling a little bit flat when Cena came back after Money in the Bank.
You gotta remember, no one is better. Oh my God, no one is like. I think CM Punk can rival him because not even guys like CM Punk or Triple H can go neck and neck with the John Cena when they want to be on the mic.
I think Cody Rhodes, current Cody Rhodes, not past Cody Rhodes.
I don't think not even. I don't think
Cody could hold his own because he's even gone toe to toe with The Rock, and even he said some shit that The Rock.
Yeah, but I'm saying, The Rock can't go back and forth with John. We've seen it.
Look, don't ever let John be in Boston because that Boston accent is he's on a different level when that Boston accent.
It's something about John Cena when he gets to Boston. It's something about John Cena when he gets to the mic and you give him motivation.
Don't let him say fine speech.
Yeah, the man is a beast. Like we love The Rock for his years of talking to the mic. We love his years of talking to the mic. But at the same time, when he got on there, when he gets on the mic with John Cena, he can't do it. Sooner or later he's going to get flustered. He has to have a writer or something.
The moment I hear that's a fine. No, I'm not taking. No, don't do this.
Don't do this. Look at the moment. Don't do this. Like the moment that he was like, when he told The Rock, like he mentioned that he had all the notes on his arm, and he got like Rock wasn't ready for that. He like, oh, you playing? You not
That's
playing?
fine. Just like I don't need notes for my promo. I'm like,
yeah, like that man was good. The man's still good. Like,
you know, the funny thing
he's
was,
a beast.
like,
I mean, John Cena is a beast on the mic.
Well, that was the thing. The funny thing with that was like that wasn't planned.
No,
not scripted. And then like that's where like the beef between him and The Rock got even
well
more
because he had the motivation because he heard the Rock say he's not trying to do wrestling no more. He's gonna be doing this and that. He felt betrayed because he was a fan, and as a fan, he was speaking for all the other fans.
I love The Rock,
and he was and that's how he did it, you know. But even I felt the same way when I read that article too. I was like, what the hell?
All right, so we're at 1:20. So I want to ask y'all, who should he face at
Kurt Angle.
This is what I think should be the year of Cena.
Kurt Angle.
I think he needs to go full Super Cena and literally face Randy Orton in Las Vegas for the WWE Championship.
So you want to take the belt off of Cody?
So I'm thinking.
No, you know what? Make him a belt. Just like they did for The Rock, you just go make him a belt.
So I think what should happen is, unless they're doing a champions bit like they did in SmackDown versus Raw, no. I think what's going to happen is we get to SummerSlam or Survivor Series. Title gets dropped to Randy while Cena's on his roll, hits the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, moves on to WrestleMania, faces Randy Orton for the title.
Okay.
That's what I think should be the summary.
I don't think he should win the Rumble.
It at WrestleMania?
Yes.
And then he drops it the next day.
No, because he said himself
in that press 2025.
Yeah, WrestleMania is going to be his last, but it's not his last match. He's going to be there until the end of 2025.
No, I'm saying, like, if say he has a championship match at WrestleMania, he wins that belt, that'd be the last match he does, and he won it as a champion. Because you also get that moment he get the 16-time thing done, but he drops he vacates the belt the next day because he retired.
No,
he's already said he's going to have
announced from January 2025 to December 2025. He's going to be in action. Yeah. So if he's going to the Royal Rumble this year,
as long as he's giving everybody a pearl necklace when they go to Netflix, you know.
Hear me out though. Hear me out.
Because
hear me out. Say he does win the belt. Let's say he wins it. Let's say he wins it at the Rumble. Make the story of him trying to end the year as the champion, in his career as the champion, and he has to face a young, hungry roster, people from his past, like maybe one-off matches, like Kurt Angle. But that December, that the clock's ticking, even pull the Paul Heyman route where he's maybe not sleeping, like you see bags under his eyes, like he's worn down, and you have to have someone. I would say you could pick maybe a Carmelo Hayes. You could pick someone young, someone that you know.
You know what? Give him a match with Becky Lynch.
What the fuck?
That'd be fun.
I'm over here cooking this man. Give him a match with Becky. Honestly, fuck it. Yeah, sure. Do a
one-off
match. Fuck it.
The man? Come on, man. Come on.
Let him cook.
But the last match, it has to be someone that we as fans know is about to carry this company for the next 20 years.
A future investment.
So it could be a rematch.
Cody Rhodes again.
Yeah, it could be
Cody Rhodes.
It could be.
Yeah, but Cody Rhodes is right now. He's present.
But that's the thing, though, because look at Cody Rhodes has become the biggest baby face in the company right now.
He is a murderer right now.
He's basically the workhorse right now. That is literally the role that Cena was for over 20 years. It only seems appropriate that if he were to lose his last match and his title defense, it would make sense to lose it to Cody as a passing of the torch.
And Cena literally takes off the armbands. Don't take off the jorts. We don't need to see your tidy whities, dog.
We already saw enough at the ESPYs.
He gives us one last salute.
So that means you haven't watched Peacemaker then.
The camera shot is just him giving us one last salute. The camera pans around to his back and it's the crowd standing up, giving us a round of applause. You fade to black. We don't even see him walk to the back. We literally just see him from behind, giving us the salute. Maybe even do like a pan from his face so you see like the one tear, and you just see everyone applauding him, and it just fades to black. Y'all better hire me, Netflix. I'm just saying, I got ideas, dog. I'm good at this shit.
And then 2 months later, we're gonna get a 6-part documentary.
Shit.
His whole run.
Guess who gonna watch it? Guess who gonna be there?
I'm thinking. It's just one of those things. I'm kind of not trying to get teary-eyed, but it's like I just remember being a kid. Damn, because it also shows how old I am now. I just remembered the first time he showed up on SmackDown, and he had that. It was that open challenge match with Kurt Angle, and he showed up. He had the shorts and everything, the ugly ass haircut, and he's like, he slapped the shit out of
ruthless aggression. June 2002.
That was the start, and then just to see that moment.
I was 11.
But to see that moment, right, and then fast forward to now, as a grown ass man now, and then hear him talking about he's retiring. That's crazy. It is crazy to hear that. It's like I watched his whole career from top to bottom. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, and I feel like if they're gonna have some matches, the best he has to have it with the best people he had matches with. But I know it's not gonna be able to happen because one of them is Edge.
Yeah.
The other
Kurt,
one,
I don't think Kurt can even Kurt said I don't think
Kurt
he
can't. Yeah.
Can work anymore.
I wish it could be Kurt in there because it would start the whole thing because that's where he started. I
feel like that would be a good decision for induction into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So if it's not Kurt Angle doing
it has to be Randy.
It would have to be Randy, if not Edge, because those are. Well, I would
either Kurt, Randy, Edge, or Punk.
Hell, shit. Bring out a match between him and RV.
No disrespect to Punk, but not Punk, because the three biggest rivalries that come to mind when you think about John Cena's career, but his rivalry with Batista was good, but to the level that Randy
Triple H was good too.
Those would be great options.
They're all retired.
Randy or Adam. Those would be the three best options. If not Kurt, who
Adam,
where it all began.
Edge. Yeah.
Well, seeing how Edge don't know how old he is, doing jumping off of shit, and if he hurt himself.
Splash. He could have did a splash. Why did you go for a double foot start, Al? I know you having fun, but dog, you 50.
He double foot stump to the fucking ring. It just goddamn. Even he said, it was a dumb move. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I screwed up. That was me. That's on me, guys. But yeah, I mean, you have that type of. You have a match between Triple H. Cena and a CM Punk. You can get a Randy Orton because they're still there. Pretty much. That's
honestly.
Yeah, and I would look back. Him and Kevin
I wouldn't mind John Cena versus the King of the Ring, Gunther.
I'm still on the fence about Gunther being King of the Ring. I'm just saying.
I just like that he's hovering around like, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm still on the fence about it because like that ending at King of the Ring was so botchy too.
Hey, it is what it is.
Triple H already said they're gonna run that back at some point down the line. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Damn well better.
Oh my God! Just realized, Sheamus and Cena.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cena versus Drew McIntyre.
They were a good rivalry. That would be interesting to see.
Both of them later in their careers as well, because we don't know how much Sheamus has left.
Yeah.
Sheamus still has some time left, though.
Yeah, because but I don't. Yeah, but interesting. But a good match with a baby face, Drew McIntyre.
AJ versus Cena as well. Give us another. I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near the 2016 run, but give us at least one more match.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's be real. Cena's not gonna give us we want these dream matches. They're not gonna be that prime Cena. Like, this is obviously a Cena who is much older. He isn't that he can work, but he's not the workhorse that we used to know. We saw that with Theory. We saw that, and he's only worked tag matches. He has not had a straight up one-on-one match other than solo. Which, do we even count that?
But he even said it though. He said it himself that he's not what he used to be, and it's true because he's working. He's doing movies now. He's insured now. He can't do and the reason why he could do these things now, because of the times he goes between the projects he's doing. If you notice, he's been doing a lot of movies and TV stuff past few years. It just keeps coming out. So I think right now he's just found a sweet spot. Like, hey, I done did everything I need to do. I'm gonna go film this other movie and finish my other TV show, Peacemaker, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. After that, y'all got me until the end of the year.
Yeah. It's just the end of an era.
Because Cena's retiring. This is the first G1 Classic without Hiroshi Tanahashi, since 2001. What?
I'm just saying. Like I said,
all I need
wait
is
for that match of John Cena versus Becky Lynch. And you know what? And then after that match, he goes and fights the husband. So Seth Rollins versus John Cena.
They can also run
John
that back.
Cena versus Becky Lynch. Back to back. Yep, that's what we're going to do.
Maybe bring in Nikki Bella.
No. She's not invited. She was never invited in the first place.
Ooh!
I hated them. They were not good. They were horrible. Talk about people getting over me, and it was not that great.
The Bella Twins weren't bad. It was just they didn't have much once they went their own ways as single competitors.
Nikki was definitely the better wrestler and better heel. If I hear Brimo one more fucking time, I might go John Wick on people. That was one of the worst theme songs.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was oh my God. But I did miss that. I did like that feud with them versus The Miz and Maurice. So that was a fun one.
You pressed me again. I might not be the dead man, but you press me again, I'm gonna kill you.
No, it was.
No, you press me again. You's a dead man.
No. It was if you think I'd be coming to go to WrestleMania against you. Hell no, I'd be going one-on-one against The Undertaker. He's like, you push me, you a dead man.
Gosh.
Late 2010 Cena, 2015, 2016 Cena was a different man. That man was a different animal and the same beast.
I just want to go back to the thug life.
Basic thugonomics.
I don't know.
Not even you don't gotta go all the way there, but
I
just
like this version better because he cuts with words and he doesn't even have to rhyme them. He just says what.
Wait, hang on.
I'm still a bad man, and I'll put you.
Let me get you. You look just like your mug shots.
He sent to the Usos. I remember that. That was funny. Yeah.
And he tried to tell him like, nah, y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this.
Oh
Ooh.
my
And
god.
the moment he did this, I'm like, y'all get out the ring, get out the ring, get out the ring, get out the ring. And he cooked y'all. He god damn.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
What
That
you
was the
shooting
time.
blanks down there? Knock knock. Like, did he just nut check the Miz on live TV and told me he's shooting blanks? What timing is this man on right now? What are we doing?
And honestly, and one of the reasons why I say y'all need to go check Peacemaker, because y'all think that's funny and stuff. The stuff he can just do off lip, like his ad lib stuff without the script, and he added it to the show. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
I've only
Gotta
seen
watch it.
clips, but I definitely saw he named like 100 celebrities off the top of his head, and
Yes.
one again. I still say Batista's the better actor, but Cena is right there.
He's
Cena
getting there. He's getting, like, honestly,
But Dave,
he's doing a lot of comedy, but
Dave,
if you know how to do comedy, it's easier for you to go into like more drama.
Dave has had
It happens. Watch.
right. Dave has definitely had the opportunity to really mold himself to the level of actor that he wants to be. And I feel like a lot of the fact that him being part of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise played a huge part for him.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you watch, I remember years ago on the Talking Jericho podcast, and Batista's talking on there. He took a lot of time off from wrestling, and he didn't make a lot of money during his time
Right.
because he literally went to go to do acting school. He literally went to acting school
Right.
to learn the craft, because if he was going to do something, he wanted to make sure he's going to do it right. So that's why he's able to do all these type of roles now, because he actually did the work. Like, don't get me wrong, The Rock went and got the job. Cena got the job, but they really didn't have to go to school for it. They probably learned on the go. And plus, you're already doing wrestling, so you're doing stuff live, so you pretty much could use that as your momentum to do all these other things. But Batista, like, no, I want to be an actor. So that's why he's able to transform himself right now. He's doing that thing where he's even, like, changing his body shape, his body type right now for certain roles, because he's an actor now, you know.
And like I said, he's number one in and when it comes to wrestling to actor pipeline, he's number one in my book.
Yeah, and he's not just doing action shit. Like, he has multitude of different roles he's did.
Comedy,
that's so
drama,
different,
horror. Like, he is doing it all. Now we are at an hour and 36.
So, thank you for keeping time. But man, yes. So, what is? I know Chico loves the Bloodline a lot, and that's his favorite thing, his favorite pastime.
Yeah, sure.
Especially Theodore.
Don't make me play the song again.
Stop. We can't. We already have there's already gonna be a copyright. I can feel it. I can feel it.
So we got, yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing, because after I said Theodore, I just in my head, I start playing the music in my head.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm not gonna go anymore. I'm just looking forward to what's gonna happen now with Rhea Ripley being back. We got Jacob Fatu about to start killing things. By the way, I think he's gonna, as soon as Roman comes back, he's gonna switch sides. I think he's the mole for the group, for that side, and he's gonna switch, and then you'll get Tonga Loa's younger brother, the younger big brother, the tall one that's over in Japan.
One?
Yeah, he's gonna show up and be on Theodore's side.
As much as I want to see Zilla Fatu, it's not time yet.
No, it's not his time yet.
Give him one more year on the Independence, one more year to get more rounded, and then I can see him as a surprise entrant.
Oh, he's gonna be a beast. Let him get him enough. Get another another year, because he's doing stuff right now with Reality of Wrestling, and he's in there.
And I'm glad. I don't know what beef him and Booker had, but I'm so glad they squashed it and realized money can be made here.
But also, it's just like he's a young boy too, so he's also he's in an area where, I'm gaining clout and everything, I'm getting fame because of my YouTube channel. I I have this history of my family history that's making me extra money because of the bloodline and what my family is and my lineage and everything. And also, like, I got all this like buzz around my name because who my father is, who the family is, and yeah, you can feel like you're the hot shit when you still learning. So that might make me what came across. I don't know, but
Look, if
he's
anything,
doing a great job.
have Booker show him Roxanne Perez and how far she has come, because she is definitely a prodigy, and she showed the fuck out at NXT.
And let me tell you, she is definitely a clone of AJ Lee, because she's walking to the ring just like AJ. She's been studying AJ for so long, because she's walking to the ring like AJ. I just saw from this pay-per-view this weekend, she had the hands behind her back and everything. She's standing like her. I like, yeah, that's an AJ clone right there. Also, shout out to Ethan Page, who won the NXT Championship belt.
Did not see that coming.
Did not see it, but I did like the outcome of how he won it. That was a good way. So it made him look good, and also still kept Trick Williams looking strong. Without it, even though he lost the belt. So I like what they did there. Triple H,
Shawn
Michaels is doing something good.
Sizzle.
He's doing something. He's cooking
Just
over
keep
there.
Sexy Red out.
That's true. That's true. Oh, and also, Kate, what's that girl? The North American Championship.
Carmelo's girlfriend or wife.
Yes.
Not Kiana James.
Whatever. Yeah. The little pretty. She just has a face like she can't be a heel. She's definitely a baby face. She's just like, yes, you're a baby face.
Roxanne Perez is only 22. That's
bruh.
The future. God damn, the future is bright for her.
Also, was the youngest and the first woman ROH Women's Champion as well. That's another.
Was
thing.
she?
Yes, the first and the youngest. Yep, she's the first one to have that belt, which is held by Athena right now. But yeah, so also like I'm saying, this I guess it was going around. She had a nip slip at the end of the match, which I did check out.
Stop it before
I had to be sure what they were talking about. I had to be sure.
Stop it.
And I had to be sure. But it was a good match.
Pull yourself together.
It was a good match. It was a good match. Was it Soul Rico? Whatever?
Yes. Look.
They need to make that in the game. Whatever that move is called. Soul Catcher. Soul Catcher?
Yeah.
I need that in the game. If it's not there, I swear to God.
Okay,
that's beautiful.
Hot take. I hate that move. I feel like that's a move you can't do every night for 300 days. Like, personally, I feel I would say switch to like an Oz cutter, but everybody and their mama seems to have that move in their arsenal now all of a sudden.
But that's a beautiful move. That if you can do it and pull it off like she does, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But just want to give a little take of that. That was a cool little pay-per-view that they had. I still want to see what they're going to do with TNA. With the
say his name and he appeared. I believe in Joe Henry.
I want to see Joe Henry in the Royal Rumble. I need to hear that song in the Royal Rumble. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I need to. Even if he doesn't win, that song needs to be played at this year's Royal Rumble.
Okay, so I'm sorry if I seem a little blissfully unaware, but where did this dude come up out of nowhere?
Oh, he's been around.
He's been so. Do you remember what culture wrestling?
Probably don't.
Ringing a bell.
They have a YouTube channel.
They had a YouTube channel. Like, they had a whole wrestling promotion, and he was mostly an independent wrestler, and he became real popular because he would literally make up theme songs about his opponent on like his YouTube channel. Like, he would legit play the instruments, make the song, write the lyrics, make a little short music video, and he would do all of it for an entrance. And it was like, yo, this is funny. Not gonna lie, he's a solid wrestler as well. Kind of a body guy, but athletic. He got signed to TNA, and it was kind of more like a motivational speaker almost thing.
Yeah.
And he said in the interview he found the perfect like BPM or something like from
from Queen. He figured out from Queen.
Yeah, to get people's like attention and get them to clap, and it became a meme. Like I forget, I think it might have been Top Dollar. Like, don't say his name, and then they would do the say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendricks.
Yes,
and it took the world by storm. The song initially wasn't even on iTunes or Spotify.
Yeah, I saw a bit. He did an interview with Chris Van
Fleet.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was saying, like I just released it on a Monday because then like no one's really posting anything on Monday, so I just released it on Monday, and then the whole week long people were just like sharing it and downloading, and then by like the end of the week I had over 50 million downloads. I'm like,
and also we got to thank his hero for him even being the way who he is right now today, and his hero to tie it all in is John Cena. John Cena took the time when he was a little kid. He couldn't make it to the meet and greet, so his friend called. Was able to call him, and he stayed on the phone with him for like 10 minutes. It just John like had him answer all the questions. He answered any question that he had on the phone with him, and he's like that was the moment like he realized what a person like a champion is, or a person is.
And it's crazy
to do. That you never know what you do with like the type of imprint you make on a person.
Well, that's the thing.
And
that's crazy that people, and this is the thing, a lot of people don't realize how many people are on the main roster right now because of that one man.
Yeah.
It's like he's influenced so many people in the last 20 years that him not being in in-ring action is just going to be like, what?
God.
Or even in jean shorts.
I hate Tyrus. Hate that man. But the fact that Cena like went to the bathroom so Tyrus can get his WrestleMania entrance at least.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, God.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Like Cena, and the fact that he even told Punk, like, I kind of want to drop you on your head with a power driver, John. He's like, do it. I'm just like, what the fuck? What you mean? Do it. And it's not like
if you literally listen to the interviews or the interactions, like everyone that you talk to has not one negative.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. There are negative. There are negative stories.
His ex-wife.
Not even that. No, there are negative stories I've heard over the years as well. There's both. You're gonna get both sides. You're gonna get two sides of it.
What's the thing?
What's his name?
If you're gonna say right back, I'm gonna hit you.
No. Well, one of them I know was what's the name for Crime Time? He had a story.
JTG.
Yeah, JTG, and I believe it was about. I forgot what it was, but it was like a misunderstanding that happened. But basically, he didn't. Oh, it was about the sunglasses that he had. That he was trying to come out with sunglasses. They were trying to do sunglasses for him at the time. They was doing the Soldier Boy style thing, similar to what Jey Uso was doing, and whatever happened, and basically John Cena kind of like said something, whatever, because he was mad at what JTG said, or misunderstood what JTG said, and JTG never got to have that merch done. That would have made him some money because people was asking for it. But it was a lot of he had some polarizing situations during his younger days, but I feel like everybody has that. Especially
the Nexus situation.
Yes, everybody has that in the beginning. Triple H had it. Randy Orton had it.
Shawn, I love you.
Shawn Michaels.
I love you, Shawn.
Everybody that tried to get to the top at the younger years, because it's a fight or flight type of thing. Everybody done had it, so I feel like that was just the name of the game type of thing. Yeah. But we're gonna go because we can talk about John Cena the whole time.
Yeah, it's 1 in the morning.
We're gonna do a work. Special. You know what? I feel like you know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put it here.
Don't do this.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, God.
Top 10 John Cena matches.
God damn it.
Yes.
All right.
But the
Well,
man, the myth, the legend, the soon to be retired
You
wrestler.
have to do this now?
No, hell
Not
no,
now.
not now.
Oh,
No, later time.
It's a good thing I have a playlist ready just in case.
It's a later time. We got time. We don't trust me.
What?
I got other shows to post.
I was gonna say I just realized it's July. I was like, oh, you know what? We should do it on the day of his debut. And I'm like, oh wait, it's July. That's already passed.
Yeah, trust me. I got a lot of shows that that I've been doing. That so we got like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So basically, you got 7 weeks or whatever to get get your matches right.
10 matches. I mean, I can.
10 John Cena.
I got like 5 of them.
Matches or just moments, or they have to be full
matches.
Matches.
All right, bet.
Yeah, top 10 matches. So that's gonna be a fun one. And yeah. So man, shit. This is it, man. All right, that's it. All right, that's it. I had to do it. Man, thank you, Chico. Thank you, Chochi, for hopping onto the show. Thank you, Joe Hendry, for your dope-ass theme song. Hopefully I can get you on the show one day. If you're seeing this, please. My budget is none. But we're working on it. We're working on it. But yeah, this is our Money in the Bank recap and John Cena tribute show. For some reason, we will talk to y'all later. See you next week.
We finna get blocked by Solo.
Leave theater alone. You know how it goes. Bear it all. Be yourself. This is the BearatNight podcast. Thank y'all. See you later.
Lucky you were at the end because I was about to play that song.
See ya.
Listening to BearatNight podcast with your host Jurassic Parker.